to his time when he was in the San Francisco Bay Area, when he was a member of the San Francisco 49ers. And I was a huge 49er fan, and still am a huge 49er fan. And it's okay. And on some of our Super Bowl championship 49er teams, we had some great players. And for one of the Super Bowl championships, the three captains of the championship football team who headed out to midfield to be a part of the coin toss, the three captains of that championship team were Ronnie Lott, Joe Montana, and Harry Sidney. And I think it says a lot about Harry, that being amongst some of these legends in NFL football, that his peers recognized that Harry had special qualities, that he was a leader, he was someone who showed dedication, hard work, and perseverance. And those are the same qualities that Harry brought to the Green Bay Packers, as a coach of the Green Bay Packers, as a player for the Green Bay Packers. And those are the same qualities that Harry uses with My Brother's Keeper, and reaching out to youth in this area and being there to support them during difficult times. So for those reasons, I think it's very appropriate, and I'm very excited to introduce Harry Sidney.
Hello. Hello. I think it's amazing to see all of you here. I say amazing to see all of you here because what you're doing is special. What you're doing by signing this sheet is basically saying that I agree to stay out of my way. What I mean by that is I agree not to do stupid things or do things that are going to stop me from getting where I want to go in life. That's what it means. And what I mean by that is there's so many temptations and issues that you have to deal with. Not only school and work, and unfortunately some of the situations that happen. I know you guys went through a tough time, lost one of the family, and that's so unfortunate. And it's sad, and everybody has to deal with it in their own way. But what you also have to understand is things like that are going to happen in your life forever. So you have to decide how you have to deal with it. I grew up, and I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I have a little time. I grew up in Fort Bragg, North Carolina. My dad was a military man, Rambo, vicious guy. Mom was a great lady, but she had a drinking problem. So I grew up hating holidays because those were days when mom and dad would get in fist fights, and I'd have to break it up, being the oldest guy. But at an early age, I decided what I wanted to be. Because what you're looking at in your paper, what you have to understand is either you stand for something or you fall for anything. Either you stand for something or you fall for anything. And if you fall for anything, how are you going to get where you're going if you're the only person that's standing in your way? And the great thing by everybody else signing this, you hold everybody else accountable. Look who's around you. Through My Brother's Keeper, I started 9 years ago. We worked over 10,500 boys and men. And as they go through a program, for a while I give them these bracelets, and on these bracelets they say integrity. And integrity is the foundation of any decision we make. And everybody has a different definition of integrity. The integrity for my program is very simple. Integrity means knowing what the right thing is to do and being willing to do it at all times. Because we oftentimes, we know what the right thing to do is, but the question is, are you willing to do it? And are you willing to do it at all times? And sometimes it's hard to do that by ourselves, but look around the room. Look around the room, you got a lot of people that are willing to hold each other accountable. And that's the cool thing. But now to do that, that means you got to be strong enough to hold them accountable. Because if you sign that, you're not saying, I'm just going to do it for me. You're saying, I'm going to do it for everybody. And that's the important part, and that's what makes this school special. And understand this. This is a special school. Parents work hard, do a lot of different things to get you to come here. They want you to be here to give you every advantage that you have to be something in your life. Don't let something like drinking, early sex, whatever, get in the way of that. You'll have plenty of time to do all that other stuff when you get old like me and gray. But right now it's about you guys doing everything you can do to make your life the best that you can. Because it's hard enough as it is. You never know what happens, the economy, car accidents, broken hearts. For those that play sports, injuries that you don't count on. There's a lot of things that are outside. They're going to try to get you to change the course of your life. Just don't let you do it. You don't become your worst enemy. And the best way to do that is to decide to be that person of integrity. Decide to respect yourself. Because here's the thing about respecting yourself. How are other people going to respect you if you don't respect yourself? And if I say respect, what would be a definition of respect? What would be a definition of respect? Somebody that thinks you know. What's the definition of respect?
Treating others the way you think they want to be treated.
The way you want to be treated. That's what everybody says. Treat others the way you want to be treated. That's definition number one. My definition of respect is you also have to teach people how to treat you. You have to teach people how to treat you. And that means you got to learn how to communicate. You got to learn how to say, I don't like that. I don't like what I'm seeing. I like this. I don't like that. Boyfriend, girlfriend. You got to learn how to treat each other with respect. Because if you don't treat yourself with respect, why would somebody else? They're not going to. Those are the things that when you sign on that paper, what you're saying is, I choose to respect myself. What you're saying is, I choose to be different. I choose to make something out of my life. And we all know people that don't make anything out of life. We all know people that are lazy. We all know people that don't want anything out of your life. You got to decide which one. And I'll say it this way. And I'll say this. How many are Wisconsin fans? Packer fans, Badger fans, Brewer fans? And I also do a radio show 3 days a week. And I always tease people. I make fun of Wisconsin fans. I make fun of Wisconsin fans. I make fun of Wisconsin fans because they settle. And this is what I mean by settling. When the Brewers last year were winning crazy and had a chance to go to the World Series, and everybody was cheering and how great they were. They lost to St. Louis in the series. And you know what everybody said in Wisconsin? What do you think everybody said about the Brewers? Well, we got to the playoffs. Packers were 15-1 just after coming off the Super Bowl. 15-1. Should have went to the Super Bowl again. You know what the Wisconsin fans said? Well, we were 15-1. The Badgers should have been the national champion. Should have went to the national championship game. They lost in the Rose Bowl. You know what they said? Well, at least we went to the Rose Bowl. The reason I get on Wisconsin fans is I always tell them, why are you settling? You as individuals don't settle for second or third or fourth best. Settle for the best. Settle for the best. And you can't be the best if you don't do those things. And you do those things by giving yourself every opportunity to be the best. You can't be the best student if your head's messed up because you're drinking, partying too much, doing all those things. You got to decide what you want to do in your life. And so, and I know my time is short, so I'm going to end up right here. Ask yourself this. What's your book going to say? Sooner or later, you become the author of your own story. What's your story going to say? Because up to this point in your life, families, friends, mom, they all have written chapters in your book. But now you're at that point. You're at the point where you stop being cute. What do I mean is stop being cute? Anybody have nieces and nephews, little brothers and sisters, they're 1 year old, they climb around, they get in your purse, they climb in your bed, you look at them, oh, isn't that cute? They're funny, they laugh. But now when they're 14, 15, 16, they're not cute no more. You guys are past the acute stage. You guys are now at that point in your life where you have to decide what you want to be in your life. And my only challenge to you is, don't let nothing stand in your way. Decide what your story is going to be. Is it going to be a success story? Is it going to be a great story? Are you going to change the world? Or are you going to be a flop? Are you going to be a dud? Or are you going to be a bust? It's up to you to decide. Because up to this point, there's been a lot of people that had something to do with where you're going. Now you have to decide where you're going, and now you have to decide how you're going to get there. The paper that you're signing gives you a heck of an opportunity to do it. So don't take it lightly. Be proud of yourself. Because there's a lot of people that go, oh, what are they doing? What are they doing? You know what you guys are doing? You guys are starting to take the first step, and that's taking control of your life. Because once you start taking control of it, then you can do what you want with it. So my hat's off to you. Congratulations. Don't take it lightly. Make yourself proud. To heck with mom, dad, anybody else. Make yourself proud. Because when you look in the mirror, that's what you see. Thanks for letting me hang out with you guys today.
Harry, thank you for sharing your story with us and your inspiring message. In gratitude, we'd like to present you with an app water bottle.
App water bottle, I like it. Does it fit on my golf bag? Yes, it does. I'm good now.
Thank you. At this time, we will recite our pledge. Returning members, please recite the pledge with our new members. Students, have your pledges and pens ready. We will all read the pledge in unison as Paige leads us.
All right. Please read each line of the pledge out loud with me. I recognize that every day presents me with opportunities to help or harm, to build up or knock down. I will choose to help. I will do everything in my power to make decisions that will support my goals, my health, and my overall well-being. I will not use alcohol until age 21 and will use it in moderation thereafter. I will remain drug-free from this day forward. I will treat others with respect and do all that I can to prevent bullying. I will build respectful, caring relationships, and I will avoid sex out of character. I will promote and positively represent allies for positive peer pressure. I will support my friends, especially those who also take this pledge, and others who share these values. If you are ready to make this commitment, please initial and sign the pledge.
We want to commemorate this occasion by inviting all returning and new members to sign the banner that will be hung in our commons sometime next week. We're going to usher you up row by row. Multiple students may sign the banner at the same time to expedite the process. We've got several Sharpies up here. Please remember to sign your name legibly and, I'd have to say, fairly small. We have a good problem to have. We have to fit a lot of names on this banner. So when you come up, please sign the pledge. New members, please bring your pledge card and pens with you and place it on the table next to the banner. After signing the banner, please return to your seats for a brief concluding prayer.